Hey, this is Mox motherfucking Opal back. I've had a few people actually ask me after the video I just made, about trying to get out of, like, not just the Jaggers's way, but kind of staying out of Monster's way is what that video was for. Um, Always asking, hey, power level me, so I will, but then they'll only be like level 20 or 30 by the time I get them to Zora. Like, well, what do I need to do to craft weapons? Well, you're gonna come up here to your smithy. Yeah, you'll be starting down there, obviously, but you can just walk up here to your smithy. And I'm master rank, so you don't need to look at my master rank stuff. I mean, it'll take you a minute to get there. But if you're starting, you're on low rank. Say you got somebody that's pushing you though, and they're power leveling you, and you really don't need to worry about this. Wait until you get to the high rank. And then the first thing that I suggest making for your high rank would be something that's got a lot of attack. Worry about your defense and stuff, but also worry about your attack because it'll help your weapons. But the best one that I can tell you, like, if you can get to Zora when somebody power levels you, from your low rank, then I suggest putting like Zora on. If you don't want to wait to get all the way to the end of high rank, don't worry about it then. Then I'd go with the Kieran armor, which, yeah, I know, looks kind of sexist on a female. It really does, but she's pretty. It's going to be your strongest one for attack and all that at that point. Defense isn't too bad on it, but it does have a lot of resistance to thunder and a little bit of resistance to dragon. But it is actually pretty good armor. It is. Now, if you don't want something like that, and you're still on low rank, or you want to wait, you got Death Stench, which this just comes from sending out your Palico or your Tail Rider Safari. You can just sit there before missions and build up like Sinister Cloths and stuff like that, and get that. And your Monster Bones and Warp Bones from like the Rotten Veil and all that. Pretty easy. It's really easy to get. Your attack will sit pretty high. It won't be the 868 like what you see on my screen. That's showing my attack for my armor I have on right now. What's going to be the difference is, as you see in the bottom right hand corner, the defense is only 201. But that's something that you can tweak. Now, if you actually can get to a Diablos, that is actually not bad armor. Okay. And it's not. And still yet, the effects that you see on the bottom right hand corner, same thing with the attack. That's the attack up there. That's mine for what I have on at the moment, okay? So down here where it says the defense status, the defense of this armor is 201. Alright. And the minus 10 and the minus 15 is because I have master rank armor on, so it'll drop all of that. But the normal stats of that are actually fairly good. It looks a little too meaty in my opinion, but if you want to go straight into high rank just in case somebody power leveled you, don't go with the leather. A lot of people do. Alright, I went with, weirdly enough, the chainmail for a minute because it's pretty bulky and meaty looking, but it wasn't bad defense on it. It wasn't. The butterfly one came from one of the events that was on here. I can't remember which one. Looks pretty cute. Vespoid, you can get that pretty easily, honestly. You go kill them stupid little bees that are flying around. Them are pretty easy to get. The Keen Bones that are on there, Rotten Veil, I think it is. You can go farm them. Monster Broth, that's just from killing a certain monster too. Fairly easy to get. Not too much hard work. Still the same thing over here, killing a couple of monsters and just farming the little bees. The Hornitar, it's a little too bulky in my opinion, but still pretty easy to get your hands on for a high rank armor. It just looks something that needs to stay on a male character. It's a little too bulky for a female. Or you can go straight with a Jagras, which fairly easy enough to kill. Doesn't have bad defense or even attack either in high rank, so you can go with Jagras A or B. I always go with B because B usually looks a little bit better. A is usually kind of darker and bulky looking. Kulu's not bad, definitely not the best, but does have a pretty good look to it though too. So that's another thing. Your Jagras, as you can see, the offense sits at 241. The Kulu, they sit about the same, except for just a couple things here and there. But if you're all about looks and just prep your decorations, go with the Kulu. The Titsia, not bad, still not the greatest. Kind of looks dorky with the horns, but she is still looks good. Gyros, that's not hard to do. It is just a pain in the butt to kill the Great Gyros, especially if you're still a new kind of person, like, you know, why I'm making this video. The Pukei, pretty easy to actually kill. Just stay away from his tail, and when he spits, dodge roll. But in my opinion, kind of goofy looking. So it still comes back to that factor of if you are about looks for your armor, I wouldn't go with it then. Same thing with your Barroth. Pretty good defense on it, but still pretty bulky for a female. Anjanath has got some pretty good defense and all that on there, and actually doesn't look too bad. So if you wanted to actually have a challenge and go for some pretty decent armor, I'd go with the Anjanath. I mean, because honestly, that's sexy looking. And it really depends on what you want to go. Like if you're like me and you want a challenge and you don't like just pissing with the little things, and you want to go for the best, then I wouldn't even worry about most of these that are on here, like your Dodogama and all that. Pretty goofy looking. Zora looks okay in that, but still kind of bulky. Does have really good defense though, really good attack. Both of them do. But the Zora A, like I said before, it's a little dark and bulky looking. Zora, you know, the B, that looks a lot better. Could be a little bit less bulkier in the like waist section. It looks like her ass is as big as the planet. I mean, come on now. But not bad armor. High metal, that's actually not bad to get. Barnos, they're pretty easy to find and kill, and that's just literally farming your little crystal spots that are kind of like everywhere. So you can get that pretty easily actually. And they got some pretty good defense on them and attack, but still they are pretty bulky. So if you're about looks, don't go with it then. Ingot, as you can see, not hard to get. Still the little monsters again, not too bad looking, but still kind of on the look side. The Brigade, you gotta actually do, a lot of people ask me, what are these coins here? Them coins are for when you go up to the gathering hub, not where Colvey is at or your gathering board or regular missions, but the actual arena challenges. You gotta get them coins to get that armor. Not an easy thing to do. That is a challenge. That armor actually is pretty decent, but it is not easy to get your hands on. But in my opinion, I didn't care for it because it makes her look like a damn flight attendant. So I didn't care for it. I'm a person that's about looks, but also about pretty badass defense. So I didn't go for it. Lavasos, that's a pretty good challenge in itself, but still pretty bulky. Stats on it, not bad. Legiana, kind of easy to kill. Not bad looking at all actually either. But the only thing that sucks is it does have a minus 15 on Thunder. You're gonna get a lot like that. But if you're gonna just like go for the best though, You know, wait until Colvey comes around. You'll get some pretty cool looking stuff. Colvey Tear-Off. The Blossom set, though, this was from the spring thing, so you have to wait until spring comes around for that. Harvest, this was the autumn harvest for Halloween, so you won't be able to get your hands on that. Pretty goofy looking, though, in my opinion. The Gala Suit, this is high recommendation as in appreciation tickets, which normally you can get them in your daily logins. That's not a bad look, actually. It's got that old style kind of look to it. Pretty cool. Actually, pretty good defense and stuff, too, even when you actually get it in the master rank. Colvey Tear-Off yet again for the other set. It's not bad on the defense on that one, but still, the Colvey B is actually a little bit better than the one down here, except for its stats. Its stats sit just a little bit better, except for the water and versus dragon and versus ice. Dretchen, all around badass looking, and it is, but the defense on that, unfortunately, was a lot lower than a lot of them, but was the strongest armor that there was. Once you have it all fully upgraded and all the pieces on, like some of them have unearned abilities when you look at the skill infos for having all the pieces on, and for decorations that you have, and for amulets that you will be wearing, your armor then will take full effect and you'll get the full stats. Okay, and the Dretchen, the only way to get this armor though is to kill the Behemoth. Now, the Behemoth is not easy to kill, so yet again, if you want a challenge, there's your challenge. But that is not easy. Your easiest one that's going to be to get, in my opinion, it didn't take long, but it did, was actually the Deviljho. Didn't look bad, looked really cool. A and B, in my opinion, looked really sweet. Alright, and the defense and the attack on both of these armors were really good. And then after doing that is when I made the sword that I had, the glaive actually, not sword. The glaive that went around along with it, Fate's Wing. Fate's Wing is a damn good glaive. You have all three of them things, you're gonna do whatever you want. Not necessarily in master rank itself, but you're gonna be good off. Now, another thing that comes to your armor, once you get to master rank though, I suggest starting to get a piece of master rank armor right off the bat. Alright, from your low rank all the way to high rank. Like I said, high rank, I would actually do some optionals, and I'd go down and I'd shoot flares off as much as you can. And I know it's a pain in the ass to do, but this is one of them type of games that you gotta farm. But farm that Deviljho. That Deviljho's armor is really good. Farm that, get all of that stuff. If you need anything that's there, don't spend your tickets at the melder until you get down to like here, so you can get the gem, or if you need, you know, anything that you can farm down there, it'd probably be the gem. I think you'll need 2 of them to get the whole set of the armor and the glaive, but you will be set. But first thing inside of master rank, as soon as you get the DLC and start playing though too, which now we're getting into master rank stats, because I'm wearing a master rank one now, and you can see the difference between the stuff. Bone is actually not bad right off the bat in master rank. I didn't think it would be, but it wasn't bad. I even used an alloy for a while, even though yeah, it does look a little bulky, but still pretty easy to get your hands on. That was just farming the crystals. The bone, same thing, just search the bone piles, you'll get them. Easy as could be. Vespoid, same kind of thing, except for you had to kill a couple of the little monsters that there was in there, but quite bulky. These ones right here, from Bone down to Vespoid, pretty easy to get your hands on actually first starting. I suggest you automatically pick one of them, do the whole set as fast as you can when you first get into there. keep the glaive going that you have that's going to be the best for your high rank for a little while, because you ain't really going to want to mess with one of these unless you can get it really far up there. So, but if you want to, when you're forging stuff, like, I'll show you one. Like, if, say, you're using a glaive, and you want one that's going to be pretty far up pretty quickly, you can go with a chrome one. Just do your farming and your bone piles and stuff until you can get it all the way up here. Easy enough, because that ore tree will go all the way up, and same thing with the bone pile. It'll literally just go poop right all the way up there. And as you see, it's got a base attack of 806. It's not bad, and has 2 slots. Alright, and that's for that last one. Even if you go right to here, where my little thing is, my little green dot, if you can see that, it's gonna go right to there. 558, that's still not too bad. Alright, you still get the 2 slots on it and everything, and you can augment it at that point too. Once you get up here into the master rank ones, these last 3, I mean, all you really got to do, like I said, is farm the bone piles and the mining spots that there is, which it'll take you a minute, but it should be good. But you ain't gonna be able to get the last one here until you get to almost the end of master, or the, well, yeah, master rank, basically. You get to the end of master rank, because you need to kill an elder dragon and the iceborn to get the pure dragon blood. So you'll end up getting right to here, the one before it, but your attack will still be 744 on that. And then whatever you put inside of your decoration slots and you use for your kinsect will actually increase that. It'll increase your sharpness or whatever you decide to put in there. So right off the bat, this ore tree, that's what I went with for the longest time. And as you see, it sat right there at the chrome trident 2 actually for the longest time, and I literally only made one more glaive for master rank, which was the infinite wisdom. The other ones I made just to get the trophy, so I wasn't really worrying about them. But for ones that I used right off the bat, I used that chrome trident almost all the way until I got to the infinite wisdom. The one that I used to help a little bit more before that, actually, yeah, I had sold that, actually, so I cannot show you that, actually, because I did sell it. But I had one that was kind of like the chrome trident, but I think it was the bone one. So that is kind of a tutorial on really how to craft things. If you need any information of which items you need to craft that, or what dragon or monster you need to fight to craft a certain item, or even to upgrade it, just drop a comment below, and I'll get back to you on it. And if you even want to, sometimes I do long gameplay periods helping people out, pushing them through levels and all that stuff too. So if also you need to be pushed up levels and pushed up even in master rank to get to a certain point to unlock certain mission or unlock something, or you need certain items, or you need just to figure out what items you need and you'll go do it yourself, leave a comment, drop a like, subscribe to my channel, tell all your friends too. I'm a very helpful person. Thank you for watching. Have a great night.